what's good, y'all boys? Today I'm coming at you with another reaction video. Today I reacted to Ben Shapiro destroys transgenderism. But I don't even know if that's a word. I really think they be making us stuff, whatever. But whatever. But oh man, me personally, I've never, no, that's a lot. I seen one of his things on TikToks and that made me want to react to one of his things. This man go crazy. He don't care what he say. And that's, bro, it's fun to watch his stuff. But man, before I get into this, I want to say, me personally, I don't believe in the whole supporting the whole, like, I don't have a problem with them, the whole, whatchamacallit, but man, like, me personally, I believe a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Like, I feel like God made you a man, God made you a woman, like, but at the end of the day, you want to get one life. I can honestly care less, but yeah. That's all I gotta say. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video. If you're new, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you want me to react to next. Let me know down below what you thought of the video. If it's something negative, bro, keep it to yourself. But yeah, man, don't forget to follow my Instagram at tv.dub. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
So, how do you say that some people don't have privilege when you basically just said that trans people aren't valid? They're not a thing. They're just girls pretending to be boys or boys pretending to be girls.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Oh, someone's excited. Okay.
Biological, but gender is a completely different thing.
No, gender.
Bro, I'm not him, but isn't that's what it is though? Like, if a man wants to be a girl, he's just pretending to be a girl. He's wearing a wig, he's wearing the makeup. It don't matter how many pills you take. And I'm not saying that to be mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want to do, but you're pretending to be something you're not. But
Oh, someone's excited. Okay.
oh man.
Gender is a completely different thing.
No, gender is not disconnected from sex. So.
It's not completely disconnected, but it's still a cultural thing. It's still from society. It's
Okay. No, it is not in the mind. Okay, you're not a man if you think you're a man. And I didn't say pretending, or if I did, I shouldn't have said pretending. Let me amend.
playing.
Okay, I said a boy who thinks he's a girl. That's the usual phraseology I use. Not playing. I usually say a boy who thinks he's a girl or a girl who thinks he's a boy, which is technically what we're talking about here. As far as the actual psychological issues at play, it used to be called gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder. Now they call it gender dysphoria. The idea that sex or gender are malleable is not true. Okay, and I'm not denying your humanity if you're a transgender person. I am saying that you are not the sex to which you claim to be. You're still a human being, and you're a human being with an issue that I wish you Godspeed in dealing with in whatever way you see fit. But if you are going to dictate to me that I'm supposed to pretend that men are women and women are men, no. My answer is no. I'm not.
That's facts. And bro, I feel like the way he's saying it is gonna make it seem like he's being disrespectful. But I don't think he's being disrespectful. I think if you disagree with somebody nowadays, bro, it's an argument waiting to happen. I don't argue. I will completely walk away if you yell at me. I'm not with that, bro. And then I seen something else. They said that you can be born gay. What? What? Bro, this world is going crazy.
I'm not going to modify basic biology because it threatens your subjective sense of what you are.
Okay, but you're still saying these kids should not be accepted because they don't really fit in either place. They can't just
I'm saying that the Boy Scouts have a standard. You must be a biological boy to be a Boy Scout. You have to be a boy to be a Boy Scout.
Where's that written though?
In the name Boy Scouts.
What the? Oh, right, like stuff like that, bro. Stuff like that get me mad. See, it's people like that who is okay with it being dudes can be in the WNBA and all that. Dudes can participate in the swimming thing. That's what happened with the one dude that changed his sex, and he ended up going to the women thing, and he ended up being #1. What is it, Bruce Jenner? I think, bro. He was just Woman of the Year. How does that, bro? A dude won Woman of the Year. Man, that's crazy. I don't support nothing anymore.
Because this is a very
no disrespect to nobody.
All of human history, boy meant boy and girl meant girl. Boy did not mean girl. And if I call you a moose, are you suddenly a moose? Okay, if I redefine our terms. No, yes, that's right. Men and women are a completely different thing. This is true. Have you ever met a man or a woman? They're completely different.
You can't say you're a cat. It's not a thing. It's genders. It's not saying you're.
Okay, why is that? I don't understand. Why? Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, I won't ask you how old. I will ask you how old you are. Okay, because you're young enough that it's probably not insulting to ask you. So.
I'm 22, so I'm probably young and naive, right?
No. Why aren't you 60? Why aren't you 60?
Bro, I went, oh my, but hey, as soon as he said that, if I was I would have gave up the mic. That's so, oh my, I want to see her response.
So I'm probably young and naive, right?
No.
I gotta see
Why
her
aren't you
response.
60? Why aren't you 60? And why can't you identify as 60? What is the problem with you identifying as 60?
Well, it's not the same as gender. You can't just.
You're right. Age is significantly less important than gender. You can't magically change your gender.
You can't.
You can't magically change your sex.
You can't.
You can't magically change your age.
You
You
can't.
can still legally change it. People recognize
You can't legally change your age, by the way.
Obviously, you can change your name, you can change your sex, you can change your identity.
Just because you can do things legally doesn't mean that they are correct biologically. You could do lots of things in the past that were incorrect biologically and correct legally. For a long period of time in the United States, sterilization of the mentally ill took place. That didn't make it okay. Skinner versus Oklahoma. Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes wrote the decision.
Right. I still don't understand how.
Bro, this world is going. I seen something on I don't know what it was on. It's probably Instagram or something. This girl said, like it's like a thing now. Like if they have a baby, they're not asking a doctor or something like whatever it is. They gonna let the baby grow up and decide what it wants to be. Man, bro, some people should not have kids.
It's not a matter of open-minded and accepting. I want them to get treatment that they see fit, but that's not involving me. The idea behind the transgender movement as a civil rights movement is the idea that all of their problems would just go away if I would pretend that they were the sex to which they claim membership. That's nonsense. The transgender suicide rate is 40%. It is 40%. And according to the Anderson School at UCLA, it makes no difference. There's a study that came out last year. It makes no difference, virtually no difference, statistically speaking, as to whether people recognize you as a transgender person or not, which suggests there's a very high comorbidity between transgenderism, whatever that mental state may be, and suicidality. That has nothing to do with how society
Do you
treats you.
think it could be because of their bullied at school?
No, I don't think that. I do not think that the discrepancy. First of all, I'm against bullying of any sort. Okay, the idea that somebody would beat somebody up is terrible. Okay, as somebody who's viciously bullied in high school, I'm not a fan of bullying. But the idea that the normal suicide rate across the United States is 4%. The suicide rate in the transgender community is 40%. The idea that 36% more transgender people are committing suicide because people are mean to them is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not true, and it's not backed by any science that anyone can cite. It is pure conjecture. In fact, it's not even true that bullying causes suicide, according to a lot of studies. For example, in the black community, where the idea is supposedly that America's a racist society, blacks are bullied a lot. Okay, in the black community has significantly lower suicide rates than in the white community. In fact, in third world countries, the suicide rate is significantly lower than in first world countries. Suicide actually seems to be a privilege of the upper classes, if you actually look at it from a financial
perspective. Bro.
So the idea that suicidality is directly a result of people like me saying, no, men are not women and women are not men, it's not true. It's also...
Do you think it doesn't impact their identity at all, or their depression, or how they feel about themselves?
I think the idea that you're going to sacrifice the entire society's proper definition of sex because you think that there is in legal terms, somebody with an eggshell skull, meaning that somebody who has a pre-existing condition that makes them more susceptible to criticism, that is not a way to run a society. You can't sacrifice truth because some people are going to actually suffer because of the truth. Plus, there's no evidence whatsoever that the suicide rate would go down in the transgender community in any marked way if people just started pretending that men were women and women were men.
Facts.
We're trying that experiment now. We'll find out whether it works. So far, no evidence.
Have you talked to a group of trans people at all instead of just a group of, white people?
I'm more than happy to talk to a group of any people who will have me, but usually they protest me.
So why do you think it's not about controlling women's bodies and just about the separate life? Like, after the baby is born, how come more people don't care about them? They don't care where they end up in foster care, they don't care about the mother being poor.
Okay, I do care about the mother being poor, I do care about foster care.
Okay, well, why don't you advocate for that, though?
For
Who's
what?
who's supposed to prevent abortions?
Because Planned Parenthood doesn't prevent abortions. They perform hundreds of thousands of abortions a year. They perform 300,000 abortions a year. They're the leading abortion bill in the United States.
Evidence for that, though.
That they perform 300,000 abortions a year from Planned Parenthood. That's my evidence. They don't dispute that. No one disputes that.
Like birth control and cancer.
I'm not anti-birth control.
I know.
Birth control is extraordinarily cheap.
That provides affordable birth control, which would ensure.
Okay, they're not the only people in America who provide affordable birth control. You can go get a
Bro,
pack of
she ain't
condoms
making
at
no
local CVS
sense.
for $12.
Somebody else get a turn, bro. She ain't making no sense.
Yes, and it's true that most forms of birth control are also extraordinarily cheap on an annualized basis, unless you have a severe problem. Though most birth control is very cheap and readily available.
Bro, every girl
And I'm
I
not
know is on
against
birth
people
control.
going and getting that
Every
from Planned
girl.
Parenthood. As you may have noticed, I'm mostly against abortion. If you want to go to Planned Parenthood and get a contraceptive, go for it. I don't care. I do care when you start killing babies. This is a problem for me.
But what about in rape and incest situations?
Okay, so so here's the question.
It's different, yeah.
I mean, this is a long conversation. I'm enjoying it actually, which is why I'm allowing you to stay. But the question of rape and incest. First of all, important to note, rape and incest are not only a vast minority of abortion cases, they're an extraordinarily low percentage of abortion cases. So, if we can first stipulate that all the
I would never speak on abortions. The girls, they do what they want to do, but me personally, I'm not having sex no more until I'm not having sex until marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. I feel like people should wait to have sex until marriage, but I know everybody not like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not like that. Do what you want to do. But I feel like personally people should wait for that just because of I'm not with the whole abortion thing. I'm not saying if you got raped, you shouldn't get an abortion. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm saying if you a kid, you having sex and boom, you think, oh, well, we can do it without a condom, then you end up being pregnant, then you want an abortion. I'm not with that. You should have just waited. That's just me. But let me get off that, bro.
The other abortions are bad,
Get off
then
that.
we can talk about that other one. Can we
I
do
don't
that?
want no parts of
Are
that.
all the other abortions bad, or are those ones okay? And you're just using this as an excuse to make the other ones okay.
They're all okay.
Ah, good. Someone who's honest. So, who's the honest fellow? Who's okay? Yay, honest people. Good. I like the honesty. Okay, so all abortions are okay. So, oh, a sign that I can't read because it has lots of words on it. Okay, so I have one question for you and one question only on abortion. Does the vagina, the vaginal canal, magically confer personhood? Answer, does the vagina magically confer personhood? Yeah, raised hands are okay. You, sir.
No, the first breath does.
The first breath confers personhood. Okay, so if the baby is in the womb and is exactly the same size and has not yet breathed, and you take a knife and you stab the baby in the head, a fully formed 9-month-old baby, it is not a human. The only thing that makes it a human is when it takes a breath. And it has to independently breathe.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to stick to it, yeah, because I'm also pro capital punishment and pro selective suicide. So I'm going to stick with it.
Selective suicide? I assume you mean elective suicide.
I mean, elective suicide.
Elective suicide. Okay.
Yes, I'm not going to make someone commit suicide.
Okay, that's good, because that wouldn't be suicide, that'd be homicide. That, by the way, I'm for capital punishment too, because people who kill people should be killed, but babies who have not killed people should not. And this is my basic position on abortion. So let me but I'll get your answer because you're the one who asked the question. Are you willing to stipulate that all the other abortions are bad, just rape and incest bother you?
I mean, no, I believe everyone should have a right to
Got it. So it's an excuse, right? So it's an excuse so that we can
Bro,
say that
you shouldn't be having
we can
sex,
take
man,
the
if you ain't
marginal
ready to
case and
take care
say
of a
that
baby.
The marginal case applies to all cases. Okay, that's again faulty thinking. But if you want me to answer specifically on rape and incest, here is my basic answer: rapists should be castrated or killed. You shouldn't kill babies. End of story.
But are they ever castrated and killed? Most rapists don't even get convicted.
I agree, and that's usually the left side of the aisle because the left side wants to let them out after 5 years in prison. I want them castrated or killed. I'm telling you what my belief is. My belief is not public policy at the moment. But I think, would you agree with me on that one? Can we at least get a little agreement to finish this particular parlay? Okay, should rapists be castrated or killed?
Well, yes.
Okay, good, yeah, okay, we agree. Nice.
Hey, man, I'm not speaking on that. I said what I had to say. Because people get in their feelings, but women do what women do, but you shouldn't have sex if you're not ready to take care of a baby. That's just, let me get off that. But man, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you thought of this, bro. If you want to see more of these, because I want to do a lot. I want to do a lot more of these. I like looking at debates. It don't got to be about transgenderism, even if that is a word. It ain't got to be about that. It can be something completely different. But yeah, man, don't forget to follow my Instagram at tb.doug. Hey, yo, man, I'm out.